Okay, so the Saber has added 4 new prestige perks for each of the classes. And to unlock them, you need to be at prestige 6 for the first one, 7 for the next, 8 for the third one, and prestige 9 for the last one. And basically, apart from that, they also included the new borders. So at prestige 5 and 6, you get the blue borders. 7 and 8, it becomes this red color border, and once you go to 9, it gives you this gold silver border. And yeah, so essentially you stick with this, no matter how much higher you go. Yeah, so that's the changes with the borders around the classes. And just to give you guys a quick overview of the perks that they have added. So for Gunslinger, we have the first one is 10% less friendly fire damage. It's okay. The next one is when you finish using the machine gun, the stationary machine gun, you have a 10% chance that you can use it again. Yeah, it's kind of like how Exterminator is duping their defenses, but for this one you have to finish the stationary gun. This is not too bad in certain maps with big hots like Phoenix, Tokyo 1, the final area where the hots are fairly big as well. Okay, then we have Hold the Line, which increases your handling by 10%. It's okay. Gunslinger by itself already has, increased accuracy and reduced recoil, so yeah, you don't necessarily need this, but it's always good to have. And the last one is Sleight of Hand, which allows you to switch weapons 25% faster. So this is quite useful because right now we are kind of using this explosive secondary, so you cannot use. It kind of takes over the Sleight of Hand that Gunslinger has. So this kind of makes up a little bit for it. And the benefits of switching weapons faster is that it's also that when you finish using a heavy weapon, there's this animation. So this actually reduces the animation downtime, so you can kind of melee or start shooting a bit earlier. Yeah, so this is for Gunslinger. Yeah, I think this one is quite useful, but unfortunately it's at the end, so you have to go to P9 for this. Then we have Hellraiser. The first one is the range of pistols and secondary weapon SMG, which I think they are referring to the PDW, by 50%. Not very important because as Hellraiser, you're either using the Tamper or you're usually just gonna be focusing on using your primary weapon. I mean, even the pistol before this prestige perk was added, you could snipe screamers easily anyway. Next one is the reload speed of secondary weapons. You'll probably be good for Tamper builds. Reloading faster is always good to have. 10% chance of using breaching charge without spending it. This is okay. I mean, if there's no fixers around, you can be the one picking up breaching charges. Though you don't usually start with one because this temp health in the last column is much better. And the last one is explosives killing 5% more. Not very significant. I think one MGL shot can kill about 20 over zombies, so 5%, probably about 2 to 3 more. It's okay, good to have, but not necessary, I'd say. But then again, most prestige perks kind of add a little bit of benefits, so yeah. Then we have Medic. The first one is using a stim pistol gives you 10% of the effect to you. Okay, it's pretty decent. But if you think about it, the temp health is only about 75%, so this will be a pretty small amount. On extreme, you probably cannot even tank, say, a hit or so. Yeah. And then we have this steam pistol range. This is pretty useful, so you can get teammates who are much further away. Using a med kit, you restore 10% of its effect to a random ally. It's also pretty handy, get everyone healthy. And then the last one is the revive speed, increased by 10%. Also a fairly useful perk, so Yeah, I think for medic, the prestige perks are all, all seem pretty useful. And allow you to support the team much better. Then we have Fixer, reviving a teammate, restore 10% ammo. Auto turrets ammunition increased by 10% for the team. So this can work well with this auto turret damage perk. So now your auto turrets have more ammo and more damage. So basically you can get more kills with it. Reviving an ally, take 25% less damage for 5 seconds. So I'm not sure. We have to test this, but it will be good if the guy who's in cap, after reviving him, he can take 2 hits. Because usually after you revive someone on extreme, they will die after they take another hit. So I don't think this one will allow them to tank an additional hit, but something worth trying afterwards. But yeah. Then the last one, Sleight of Hand, also a pretty good perk. Just swapping faster. It's pretty handy. And then we have Slasher. Killing a stunned special zombie gives you 5% ammo. Not too bad. Works well with the baton, and you're usually stunning, say, Slasher. You're stunning bulls or bombers or infectors, so this kind of helps as well. It doesn't say you have to kill it with melee, so I assume using the weapon will work as well. Grid kills 5% more. That's okay. SMG reload speed by 5%, that's fine. And then the last one is health by 5%. So yeah, not a lot, but every little thing helps, because if you have more health, it also increases the temp health that you get. And then if you account for this nimble, where you take 50% less damage, it might help a little bit, maybe taking 1 more hit. But yeah. And then we have Exterminator. The first one is fire resistance, 10% for everyone. Barbed wire can kill 10% more. Throw distance of Molotov increased by 25%. This may be useful for, let's say, hot mode. You can throw a bit further down towards the swarm, so you don't have to kind of put yourself in danger. And then the last one, which I think is pretty handy, quite useful, is defense kits can kill 10% more targets and 10% more ammo. I'm not sure if the target kill cap works for auto turrets and grids, something to test, but if it works, it does seem pretty good. I think a mortar can kill at least like 40 over zombies, so 10% more is about 5. And considering the number of shots you get, you might be able to kill about 30 over more 6. Yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad, yeah. And then we have Dronemaster. The first one gives you more charges, so it's always good to have that. The next one is the reloading auto turrets automatically within 10 meters with a cooldown. Not too bad if things are messy and there's a turret that's in front where you cannot really get to if there's lots of 6 around, so this does help. Speed of setting up defense kits increased by 50% for the player. So this will be good if you say put it on the Exterminator, so that the Exterminator can plant defenses much faster with the chance of duping it, and then has more ammo and much higher kill count. So yeah, this is quite handy. Receive 2 seconds of invulnerability when the quadrocopter is depleted. Yeah, pretty useful perk. Though the problem is, you cannot really say if you are using a stun drone or a silent pistol drone. Sometimes it's hard to time when it's gonna deplete, so it's a bit harder to control when you can proc this. But yeah, it's pretty. It's always good to have. And then we have Vanguard. Carry ammo capacity by 5% for primary weapons. Not very significant. Using a mortar or stationary, you take 50% less damage. Pretty useful. Though usually when there's lots of things around, you wouldn't really be on the stationary machine gun. But just in case, being able to tank a little bit more is always helpful. We stand 2 seconds longer before turning. So yeah, this is when you get spat on by an infector or the virus sample has been broken. 2 seconds longer is okay. I mean, it sounds decent, but generally you're not at risk anyway because you can use armor plated to disinfect. So yeah, it's good to have, but you know, usually you're not really in danger of anything. And then the last perk is killing 15 zombies with a shield charge gives you 5% primary ammo. The issue is you usually don't shield charge a lot as a Vanguard. You just shield block, melee, fire a few rounds. And shield charging while also killing 15 zombies, I think can be quite difficult unless you're kind of charging into a pyramid. So yeah, it's a perk that you won't really use, I'd say. So yeah. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Basically all the prestige perks that they've added.